Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine you're aboard a space station circling Earth. In your hand is a tiny glowing crystal. Suddenly, far below on Earth, another crystal lights up at the exact same instant. No transmission, no delay, just immediate connection. Now open your eyes. This isn't science fiction. It's quantum entanglement. And here's the truth. No one really emphasizes you are the crystal. Quantum entanglement is among the most astonishing and mind-twisting phenomena discovered in modern physics. It seems to defy reason and overturns everything we thought we knew about space and time. Yet, it's real. Here's how it works. Two particles, like photons or electrons, interact. Once connected, they become entangled. From that point on, even if they're separated by light years, a change in one instantly affects the other. No message is sent, no energy travels. It just happens as if space and time vanish between them. Einstein disliked this concept. He famously called it spooky action at a distance, because it didn't fit the classical framework of how reality should behave. But test after test kept proving it was real. But why does this matter to you? Because this isn't just about particles in some sterile lab. If the entire universe is made of energy and you are too, then you are already entangled with everything around you. With people you've loved, places you've visited, thoughts you've had. This isn't metaphorical. This is literal physics. Whenever two quantum systems interact, they establish a bond that transcends space. Zoom out far enough and you begin to see the bigger picture. Everything, your thoughts, your emotions, your very being might be part of a vast interconnected matrix. A web of entanglement that includes your mind, your energy, your desires. Let's challenge the biggest illusion of our time, the belief that you are separate from the world, that your thoughts stay confined within your skull, that your feelings are insignificant to the field around you. The truth is far more extraordinary. You're not just a bystander in the universe, you're an active co-creator in a magnificent entangled ballet of energy. What you focus on, what you feel, what you imagine, it may be influencing everything right now. And here's the mind-bending part. Quantum entanglement might not even follow linear time. Some scientists propose it could operate outside of time entirely. That would mean the ideas you think today could echo back into your past. The emotions you feel now might be drawing future events toward you, ones that haven't occurred yet. Pause and really let that settle. What if your next great breakthrough, your healing, your transformation is already connected to you? What if your deepest desire is already aligned with a version of reality that exists in the quantum field? And what if the only missing piece is simply your awareness of it? Quantum entanglement isn't merely a scientific phenomenon. It's a hidden spiritual mechanism embedded in the fabric of the universe. And once you truly grasp it, your perspective on life will transform forever. In this video, we're going to explore how this unseen energy web actually operates, and more importantly, how you can consciously engage with it to begin shaping your external world. But first, sit with this thought. What if you're already linked to everything you've ever longed for? You don't need to be a quantum physicist to sense it. You enter a room and something shifts. Maybe it's the atmosphere, maybe it's a gut feeling. But deep down, you know something unseen is at work. Science once dismissed this intuition, but now it's starting to pay attention. So what's truly going on? Let's break it down. Picture two coins. You flip one in New York and the other in Tokyo, and they land simultaneously with the same result as if they're synchronized. This is similar to what quantum researchers observed with photons. Once entangled, their properties like spin or polarity become unified. Affect one, the other responds in an instant. Here's the mind-twisting part. That bond doesn't weaken over distance. You could send those particles light years apart, and they'd still behave as if they're connected. No wire, no transmission. But somehow, they know. Back in 1982, a groundbreaking experiment led by French physicist Alain Aspect changed everything. He split pairs of entangled photons and sent them far apart. When one was observed, the other shifted its state instantly, quicker than light could travel. This shattered conventional ideas about space and causality. So what if distance isn't what we thought? What if space is an illusion and connection isn't made but revealed? Ancient wisdom traditions hinted at this long ago. The Buddha taught that all things are interlinked. The Vedic scriptures spoke of a cosmic net, each thread resonating with the whole. Even Christ said, "The kingdom of God is within you." And now, modern science is beginning to converge with those spiritual insights. David Bohm, a quantum physicist and colleague of Einstein, introduced a radical idea. The universe isn't composed of isolated pieces. It emerges from a deeper unified framework he called the implicate order, an invisible field where everything is already intertwined. You might call it Source, the divine matrix, or the unified field, but the message is the same. Separation is the illusion. Connection is the reality. Now let's bring it home. If the atoms in your body are already quantumly linked with particles scattered across the cosmos, and if your feelings and thoughts are vibrational energy, then even the smallest internal shift could reverberate through the entire web. This means your joy echoes, your fear speaks, your focused intention ripples. Have you ever thought of someone and they immediately reached out, or dreamed of a moment then watched it play out in real life? That's not random. It could be entangled resonance, the tuning of vibrational frequencies across both space and time. And it goes even further. When two particles become entangled, their actions aren't chaotic, they're synchronized. Now ask yourself, what if your consciousness could attune to the frequency of healing love or abundance? What if manifesting wasn't about chasing outcomes, but about aligning with them? Because the quantum field isn't judging you. It's not holding back. It's always reacting to the signal you're emitting. And the more refined that signal becomes, the quicker your reality begins to adjust. So no, entanglement isn't just a phenomenon at the subatomic level. It's a glimpse into the architecture of consciousness itself. It's about recognizing that you are not a solitary point floating through space. You're a living, breathing node in a vast, intelligent network. And once you begin to collaborate with that field, life stops feeling random and starts feeling intentional. Take a moment right now. Breathe deeply. Feel your heartbeat. Have you ever questioned what animates it? Sure, biology explains the mechanisms, but who or what is orchestrating the rhythm behind your breath, your thoughts, the seemingly random chain of events that brought you here? The truth: nothing is accidental. Everything is interwoven. In the modern Western paradigm, we've been conditioned to see ourselves as isolated. You are here. Reality is over there. But that belief, that illusion of disconnection, might be the biggest deception of all. Because beneath the surface of what your senses register is an energetic matrix, always pulsing constantly in flux, perpetually exchanging information. Your physical form, your emotions, the people who orbit your life, even the circumstances you experience, they're all intertwined in this vast, conscious web. Let's return briefly to the quantum lens. David Bohm, a revered physicist of the 20th century, introduced a revolutionary perspective. He proposed that reality isn't built from isolated entities. Instead, the universe is more like a hologram, each fragment containing the pattern of the whole. Like a single drop mirroring the ocean, you carry the totality within you. Bohm referred to this as the implicate order and underlying dimension of reality, where everything is inherently unified, and where time and space are just superficial constructs. You may have heard of the butterfly effect, the notion that a butterfly's wing beat in Brazil could initiate a storm in Texas. It's more than poetic imagery. It reflects the delicate, interconnected responsiveness of the quantum field. Every shift in thought, every emotional ripple, every decision you make creates resonance. Change your vibration even slightly, and the field begins to reorganize accordingly. You may not witness it instantly, but make no mistake, the universe is listening. And this wisdom isn't new. Ancient traditions knew it intimately. From tribal shamans to yogic sages to mystics across cultures, they spoke of the dream of the earth, the sacred field that links all life. The only difference now is that modern science is beginning to validate what the ancients always felt. Lynn McTaggart's research on focused intention shows that human thought, when clear and concentrated, can influence physical matter, water plants, even random number machines. This is quantum participation. This is conscious creation. Greg Braden has shown that the electromagnetic field of the heart reaches several meters beyond our physical form, influencing the environment and even those around us. Meanwhile, Joe Dispenza's research reveals that your internal emotional state can lead to seemingly miraculous external changes. The field isn't something outside of you. You are the field. And your existence reflects the frequency you emit into it. You're not simply observing life, you're shaping it. Here's a thought to sit with. When you walk into a space, the energy of that space shifts. When you speak truthfully, it resonates. When you feel love, someone somewhere feels that lightness. You are not a bystander in life. You are a co-architect of reality. And when you begin to recognize yourself as a pulsing center of consciousness, interwoven with all of creation, your thoughts, actions, and manifestations begin to change profoundly. Here's a realization: nothing truly vanishes. Think of someone you've lost, a friend, a loved one, an earlier version of yourself. Through the lens of quantum reality, they are not truly gone. Their energy continues to ripple through the field, their presence, their essence, still entangled with yours. Because in a reality built on connection, separation is only an illusion. Nothing is ever truly lost. This truth isn't just comforting, it's incredibly empowering. It means healing isn't something you have to search for, nor is love or transformation. These things are already here, already connected to your awareness, just waiting for you to remember them. So the next time you feel disconnected, recall this. You are not just a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean within a single drop. You've never really been cut off. You just forgot. But now you're beginning to remember. And with remembrance comes power. At some point in life, an inner shift occurs. Not out there, but inside. You start to understand that maybe you're not just here to endure. Maybe you're here to create, to awaken, to reconnect with that part of yourself that has always known there's more. And it already belongs to you. That spark of realization is what we call quantum awareness. And once it's activated, your potential knows no limits. Now let's explore deeper. Your thoughts aren't confined within your skull. They're vibrational currents interacting with the quantum matrix. This field doesn't react to the words you speak. It responds to the energetic signature you transmit. That's why two people can use the same affirmation, and yet only one sees results. It's not the phrase, it's the level of energetic harmony with the intention behind it. Quantum awareness means a new way of living. You stop seeing life as a series of things happening to you and begin to experience it as something unfolding through you. In a field where every possibility exists, you are simultaneously the sender and the receiver. Let's touch back on physics. In the renowned double-slit experiment, researchers observed something extraordinary. Particles behave one way when they're unobserved, like waves, undefined and infinite. But the moment they're watched, they collapse into a specific form, a particle, a definitive outcome. In other words, your observation shapes reality. Put simply, your awareness shapes your reality. This isn't only about particles and physics, this is about your entire life. When you focus on your desires with certainty, clarity, and emotion, you cause the wave of infinite possibilities to solidify into a specific lived experience. That's the real secret behind manifestation. Whatever you consistently energize with your focus begins to take form. Your potential was never gone, only hidden. Most people move through the world believing they're powerless. They repeat phrases like, "That's just how life is," or "I'm not lucky like others." But those aren't truths, they're deeply ingrained programs. From the moment we're young, we're conditioned with limitations, what to accept, what's achievable, and who we're allowed to become. These beliefs don't live on the surface. They reside in the subconscious. And that's where true transformation starts. Why? Because your subconscious is your gateway to the quantum realm. It's the bridge between your inner state and the outer reality you experience. The more conscious you become of your internal patterns, the more deliberate and empowered your manifestations will be. Here's a truth to remember. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you're energetically attuned to. If you desire love but hold on to fear, you'll draw in experiences that reflect that fear. If you seek prosperity but operate from scarcity, you'll unknowingly block the abundance that's already flowing toward you. So how do you realign? By becoming attuned to your vibration, your thoughts, feelings, and expectations in every moment. By choosing to match the energy of your desired reality before it appears. Don't wait for external confirmation. Be the confirmation. In the quantum field, your energy leads and reality follows. Quantum awareness doesn't mean life becomes flawless. It means you recognize that every situation, delay, or coincidence is feedback. A mirror from the universe showing you what frequency you're broadcasting. It's not fate. It's not luck. It's resonance. And you always have the power to adjust your signal. When you remember that your emotions are energy, your beliefs are frameworks, and your focus is a creative current, you stop living on autopilot. You begin to consciously architect your life. And that's the true beginning of power. Understanding quantum entanglement is one thing. Living in alignment with it is something else entirely. When you move through life knowing that all things are linked, that each thought is a seed, each intention a spark, you walk differently. You stop forcing outcomes. You start aligning with them. You stop asking when and begin becoming who. Because once your internal world becomes coherent, your outer world naturally follows suit. Right now, as you're taking in these words, you're already adjusting your frequency. You're reactivating ancient codes of memory, energy, and purpose. This isn't abstract philosophy. This is your very design. And once you start flowing with it, you don't just access your potential, you become it. Pause for a second and consider this. What if you've been manifesting all along, not from your conscious intentions, but from the patterns rooted in your subconscious? Let that sink in. Because while your conscious mind sets goals, recites affirmations, and visualizes dreams, it's your subconscious that determines what materializes. It's the gateway to the quantum field. Here's a truth most people overlook. Your subconscious governs about 95% of your actions. It's the unseen program guiding your thoughts, decisions, emotional responses, all shaped by your history, early life, cultural conditioning, personal experiences, and deep-seated beliefs. But here's the twist. The quantum field doesn't respond to your surface-level wishes. It responds to your dominant energetic frequency, and that frequency is dictated by the subconscious. If your inner programming tells you you're unworthy of love, you'll instinctively push it away. If your subconscious clings to scarcity, you'll unknowingly block abundance. If it expects disappointment, it will attract situations that echo that belief, not because you're doomed, but because you're entangled with the signal of that expectation. Imagine every belief as a broadcast signal sent into the quantum field. You don't even need to speak. Your vibration communicates everything. So ask yourself, what are you transmitting when you're on autopilot? When you're brushing your teeth? Doom scrolling, lying in bed before sleep? That's when the subconscious is loudest. And that's when you're shaping the field most profoundly. This is why people feel stuck. They're doing all the right things, affirming, visualizing, meditating, but see no progress because they're changing surface habits, not deep subconscious patterns. Now the good news, you can reprogram it. Thanks to the science of neuroplasticity, we know the brain is malleable. It rewires based on emotional intensity, repetition, and environment. As Joe Dispenza puts it, it's about firing and wiring. Each time you generate a high-frequency emotion while envisioning a new version of your life, you're physically building new neural networks and imprinting a new energetic signature into the quantum field. The more you feel it, the more real it becomes to both your brain and the field. This is where science and spirituality meet. As Neville Goddard once said, assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Not as fantasy, but because the subconscious can't tell the difference between real and vividly imagined. Let's talk about 3 practical tools to bring your subconscious into alignment. 1. Sleep state programming. The subconscious is most receptive just before drifting into sleep. Use this window to listen to affirmations, visualize your future reality, or journal about the version of yourself you're becoming. When your brain enters theta waves, you become deeply impressionable and tapped into the quantum realm. 2. Elevated emotions plus imagery. Don't just picture the life you want, embody it emotionally. Feel gratitude, certainty, love, and joy as if it's already yours. These are the energetic currencies the field responds to. The stronger the feeling, the stronger the signal. 3. Rewriting limiting beliefs. Find a belief that's been holding you back. Ask, where did this come from? Who told me this? Is it true? Then reverse it. For instance, I'm not good enough becomes, I am divinely designed to thrive. Repeat it, embody it, live from it. Take this example. The belief I'm not good enough transforms into, I am inherently designed to thrive. Repeat it, embody it, live it. Because quantum entanglement starts internally from within your own energy field. Let's complete the circle. Entanglement isn't just about distant particles reacting to each other. It's about you reconnecting with the parts of yourself you've forgotten. When your subconscious beliefs align with your conscious goals, you emit a clean, coherent signal into the field, and manifestation becomes effortless. Not because you forced it, but because you harmonized with the version of yourself that already has it. There's no divide between your beliefs and your outcomes. There's no lag in the quantum-only alignment. No chasing, no pleading, just tuning into the right vibration. Your subconscious isn't a cage, it's a gateway. And once you understand how to navigate it, you gain access to the very framework of reality. You've always sensed it, haven't you? That subtle inner pull, that unshakable feeling that something deeper lies beneath your everyday life. A force inside you waiting to be remembered. This isn't mere intuition, it's quantum awareness. And once activated, it reopens a stream of energy that was never lost, just asleep. Right now, infinite versions of you exist within the quantum field. The version of you who's healed, the one who's wealthy, the magnetic version who flows with purpose, peace, and inspiration. These are not fantasies, they are real possibilities waiting to be attuned to your signal. So how do you connect to them? Through intentional awareness, through vibrational alignment, through the understanding that you and your future are not separated. You're already entangled. You're composed of the same particles that shaped galaxies. The very atoms that gave birth to stars are the ones that make up your skin, your thoughts, your soul. So ask yourself honestly, do you truly believe you're limited? Because when you wake up to your entangled self, you start drawing power from a deeper reservoir, not just from food or rest, but from the field itself. Every time you meditate, you silence mental clutter and open yourself to the universal current. Every time you feel genuine gratitude, you strengthen your electromagnetic field and transmit harmony to the cosmos. Every time you choose awareness over reaction, you dismantle old loops and reconnect to limitless potential. This is not abstract theory. It's practical. It's daily. It's how you shift from surviving to consciously creating. Here's how people across the globe are harnessing entangled awareness to reshape their lives. Healing chronic illnesses by envisioning their future vibrant self and aligning with that energetic state consistently. The body responds by following the signal, attracting meaningful relationships not through need or longing, but by embodying a sense of inner wholeness. These heart-aligned connections arise naturally, not through effort, but through resonance. In the realms of purpose and prosperity, entrepreneurs and creators are collapsing timelines by stepping into the identity of the version of themselves who already lives their vision. And the quantum responds, opening doors that logic could never have predicted. This isn't fantasy. It's resonance. It's coherence. It's quantum. Now here's something simple you can do today, this moment. Close your eyes. Inhale deeply. Slow your pace. Now visualize your highest self, the version of you already living your most aligned life. Feel what they feel. Don't just picture the scene. Feel the emotion, the energy, the deep certainty. Let their vibration merge with yours. Let your nervous system believe it's already done. Practice this daily, not to get a thing, but to become someone new. Because the moment your energy shifts, your world must rearrange around it. There's a part of you, ancient and untouched, that has never doubted, never been shattered. never been truly lost. That eternal part of you is already entangled with the cosmos, with the stars above the hearts that have ever loved, and with every version of your future you've dared to dream. And the instant you remember that, you reclaim your power, because your authentic self doesn't chase. It magnetizes. It aligns. It simply knows. You are not an error in the universe. You are a signal from it. You are both the observer and the mirror, the sculptor and the sculpture, the transmitter and the receiver. Now is your moment to remember, to reclaim, to align, to rise. If something in you stirred while reading this, if something clicked into place even without words, write this in the comments. I am entangled with infinite potential. Let the universe read your signal. Let the field respond to your shift. And if you're ready to continue this awakening, watch the next message. Your journey is underway, and the field is already listening.